Hello, my name is Simon Worthington. I'm the Finance Director here at Leeds Teaching Hospitals NHS Trust. I'm just going to tell you a little bit about our financial position in the year that's closed 1920 and something about how we're looking in 2021. So to start with some basic information, we are one of the largest trusts in the country. We have a turnover of just short of £1.4 billion and had capital investment in the last year of 66 million. We reported a surplus of 13 million and ended the year with cash in the bank of just short of 28 million. Now, that is the third year that, consecutively that we're in surplus. We've achieved our break-even duty, which is one of the key duties, financial duties we have to achieve as a trust. The 66 million capital, as we'll see in a bit, is a record level of capital expenditure. We've achieved our financial duties around external financing and also live within our capital resource limit. We've had an unqualified audit opinion on our accounts, which is to be expected. But really importantly, again, we've had an unmodified value for money opinion on our accounts, which shows that we're using our resources really effectively and underlines the fact that the trust is outstanding for use of resources under the CQC assessment. So to tell you a little bit more about how we achieved our surplus of 13 million. The key reason for that achievement was our work on waste reduction. That is what we call in Leeds Teaching Hospitals our efforts to be more economic, involving clinicians in delivering savings to enable more patient care. And we achieved £54 million of waste reduction in last financial year, which is absolutely critical to achieving our surplus and is a standout performance, I think, in the NHS. We were also helped by £17 million of provider sustainability income in common with many other trusts. Now, why do we want to achieve a surplus? Well, a key point is that if we have a surplus, we have more money that we can spend on capital. And so that surplus that we delivered in the year and the surpluses as we delivered in previous years has enabled us to spend 66 million on capital, which is, as I said, a record amount. We've also repaid loans from the centre of 15 million. Some of the supporting strategies that we got around delivery is we have a really great relationship with our charity Leeds Cares. Leeds Cares is really vital to support investment in clinical services in the trust, and we're really grateful for the support that we receive from them. I'd like to also underline the work we do through the Leeds Improvement Method, which is our management method where we use lean processes to drive improvement for patients in the trust. And that's key to our delivery of waste reduction and involves all our clinical teams in a virtuous effort to become more effective so that we can invest more for patients. Also, in last year we applied and were granted for the highest level of accreditation is possible to achieve under the NHS's Future Focused Finance accreditation scheme. And we are one of only 13 trusts in the country to have received that accreditation. So I'm really proud of what my team have achieved there. So just to underline how important our financial stability is and our ability to deliver surpluses, I just want to show you this graph of capital investment over the years. And as you can see, in the financial year 17-18, we delivered £23 million of capital expenditure, which is, for a trust of our size, a very low and unsustainable number. So that is increasing. So the year after, 44. The year after that, over 60. And this year we are planning, in the financial year we're now in, for £93 million of capital investment. And that is really the fruits of our labour in terms of the Leeds Improvement Method and the whole organisation working together to be economic for patients. So now I'd like to talk a little bit about how we're progressing through this financial year. And obviously there has been a massive impact of the global pandemic. Now, the government acted really quickly to make sure that the NHS had all the money it needed to respond to the crisis when it needed it. And this meant a set of entirely new financial arrangements were put in at extremely short notice. And that has meant that the Trust has been able to spend all the money it needed to spend to deliver care to patients and to keep staff safe. And at the end of the first 6 months of this financial year, the Trust will be in a balanced financial position. New arrangements are being put in for the last 6 months and we will work through those, but the important message for the public is we have had all the resources that we needed to be able to cope. And throughout that period of time, we have continued with the Leeds Improvement Method. We have continued to deliver our capital investment programme of 93 million, which is on track despite COVID-19 and investing for the future. We have made sure that building the Leeds Way investment programme, which will see the redevelopment of the LGI site, a new pathology facility on the St James's site, is on track throughout the COVID situation, which is really, really important. We'll see those developments which will change the skyline of the city over the next 5 years. We continue not to need any short-term borrowing from the government, and this is all delivered by our ongoing clinical engagement and leadership from within the organisation, working on waste reduction, and the way that we work in partnership with our partners in the city and across West Yorkshire, which is really key to us managing our resources effectively.